We're taking an early July look at where the garden stands. And right in front of us there is the bed that we just cleared of turnips, dragon tongue beans have come up so quickly. I don't even think it's been 2 weeks, but our weather has been quite warm. We also reseeded and flipped this immediately with some beets that seem to be threatening to start, but we'll see. And then I've got a couple of my poblano peppers here, looking great. Now this is some lettuce pots that I have that are just doing beautifully. We are really going to start harvesting from these this coming week. Beautiful spring lettuces. And on the right there is some grapefruit mint. Now we're over at the container garden, and here is a beautiful costata zucchini. If you can see, it's a green striped zucchini. So probably by today we'll be harvesting that because it will have gotten so large. That is a sugar baby bush watermelon there. We have some potatoes in bags, some carrots in the front that need a good weed, some more potatoes. There's some sunflowers, very large sunflowers. Hopefully they're going to come up very big. Now here we have a couple Crown Prince squash that are already climbing. And here we also have one of my cantaloupes, more large sunflowers. And here we are with some more bush beans, some more potatoes. I don't know about the potatoes. They're looking a little patchy. And here's a couple beautiful bush delicata squash that are really looking wonderful. Now here's my determinate tomatoes, and they're all starting to set fruit. This is Mikado Black, and then I'm going into a couple Purple Rain here. Actually, I think there's 4. I've got 2 in each. And again, they're putting on some nice growth and some beautiful fruit and lots of flowers. This is Purple Heartthrob. And then we're off to our Tachi. And Tachi is an F1 beautiful paste tomato, very prolific, very lovely flavor, and looks like we're going to have a really stellar year from these. And the ginger has started to really take good root in between those tubs, so we might even get a good harvest of that this year. Now my garden apprentice has 2 small children, 5 and 6, and I thought they needed their own little beds this year. So when they're here, they typically come 1 day a week, and I thought, they need to have their own place to grow, because isn't that what all this is about, is helping the next generation learn to love gardening and enjoy it. Now, because it's a little boy and a little girl, I put their beds as far apart as I possibly could, because sometimes an older brother can be a little intimidating to his little sister. So hers are coming up beautifully. She wanted to go with a lot of zinnias, and aren't these the most tragic looking snapdragons you've ever seen? But we decided to give them a chance at life, so we'll see what they do. Now over here you can see a lot of pepper plants, and also a lot that my garlic probably needs to be lifted this coming week. We have more peppers here, looking beautifully, exactly where I'd want them at this time of year. Never disappointed with Swiss chard. The yellow Swiss chard to me this year is particularly beautiful. Now this is a sweet potato vine that is decorative, but it also produces some sweet potatoes, so we'll see. This is looking pretty tragic. Got to get in there and see if it's just the wind that took some of these out, or if they indeed are ready to be harvested. Peas are looking wonderful. Celeriac is continuing to do great things. Over here is my little patch of popcorn. We got 16 plants. This is our bed that we've just flipped for summer lettuces. There are beans at the back that are going to grow up over the trellis, and some ramrod onions, some spring onions that, just happen to be in their modules a little too long. Now that is a beautiful black strawberry tomato that I think might be our first tomato this year. First, I should say our first ripe tomato. Now the tomatoes need some work this coming week. Got to do some tying up and some pulling out of side shoots. And again, more peppers. Yes, I love growing peppers. Next time on Real Food Comes Dirty.